I have been meaning to create this tutorial forever because Keysearch is one of my all-time favorite budget-friendly SEO tools because of how in-depth their data is. And so because of that, it's the tool that I recommend all of the time to clients and to students that are looking for an affordable option. So if you are new to the tool and want to use it to be able to find good keywords to target on your website, then you have made it to the right video. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, I'm Mariah from MariahMagazine.com, and on this channel, I help simplify things like SEO, websites, tech, and I dive into tools and recommendations to help you grow your online business in a way that works for you. So in today's video, we're going to go behind the scenes of Keysearch, one of my favorite affordable, budget-friendly, beginner-friendly SEO keyword research tools. I'm going to walk you through the dashboard, the different tools, how to think about keywords, and all of that fun stuff. So without further ado, let's kick it into the screen share. Okay, so if you haven't signed up for Keysearch already, you can do so by heading over to their website, or you can use my affiliate link at mariahmagazine.com/Keysearch, and it should reroute you right over here. And so at the time of this recording, there is currently a 7-day free trial, so you can sign up, you can give it a spin, you can see if you like it, all of that fun stuff. Just a heads up that I'm pretty sure that it does require a credit card in order to get the free trial, so just keep that in mind. But after the trial, if you did want to upgrade from the free version into a paid version, definitely remember to use the coupon code Mariah Magazine for 30% off. So I will put that coupon code and the affiliate link in the video description box below. I already have a paid account with them, so I'm just going to log in. So when you first get in here, it looks a little empty, okay? But all of the tools are accessible right here in this top menu. So if we click on them, we can see the drop-down options. I'm not gonna go into every single one of them, but there is different options here. But let's start plugging in a keyword and just see what the data looks like. So I'm gonna pretend that I have an e-commerce shop and I'm looking to sell affirmation cards. So I typed in a keyword, affirmation cards. Location, I am in the US. For this example, let's pretend I only wanna sell to people in the US, so I probably only care about data from the US. And then I'm going to keep it with related keywords. You can choose other options here, like if you want to mess around with keywords from different platforms and all of that. Most of my searches probably happen within the related keywords section there, and then click search. So once the information loads, you can see that we have a lot to look at. And this is kind of why I'm obsessed with this tool and the affordability of it, because of how much data we kind of get to play with. But if you're new to the tool, you're probably looking at this being extremely overwhelmed. So let me point out the important stuff. So right here we have search volume. So this is how many people are searching for this specific keyword within this specific country or database. And then we have CPC and PPC. This is more Google AdWords data. So if you're only looking for like organic SEO research, we don't have to pay too much attention to these numbers. They can give a little bit of insight with intent and things like that. But for this walkthrough, we're going to ignore these. And then we have competition right here. I like how Keysearch kind of makes it color coded. It's way easier visually to be able to see like, okay, this one is green, so it must be easy. Okay, so when it comes to doing keyword research, we have to keep competition in mind. And so we don't usually want to target keywords that are super competitive. And by super competitive, I mean like the higher the number, the more competitive it's going to be. And so I like how they not only give you a visual color right here, but they also just say it. It's easy, moderate, like thank you for not making me read in between the lines with things. And then we can see the search trends for the past 12 months. So this can be really helpful if you're creating content seasonally or if you're trying to create a content calendar and all of that. And then SERP analysis. So SERP stands for Search Engine Results page. So this is basically just analyzing who's already showing up on page 1 for this specific keyword. Okay. And then you can see that page's page authority. You can see the overall domain names, domain authority, and then a bunch of extra information. So this is just really good when you're trying to figure out, hey, can I rank for this? Does it make sense? All of that fun stuff. And then over here is my favorite part, because keyword research in itself is probably my favorite part about SEO. But these are all of the related keywords that Keysearch pulled from the thing that you typed in. And then we can see the search volume here. We can see each keyword, CPC and PPC. And then we can also see each keyword's competition score. If something doesn't load and you have this little search bar here, you can click on that and Keysearch will reload it and get you the competition score. And if you see a number with a blue background here, it just means that the score is older than 30 days. So you can go ahead and click on it to get updated data for that specific keyword. And you can see when you click on things, this information over here changes depending on the keyword that you clicked in. So that's one way to kind of like mess around with this right panel and this left panel. You can just hang out here. But the thing is like we have 699 related keywords to affirmation cards. And so you might want to filter some stuff down to be able to kind of like look at this data from a more strategic lens. So what you can do is click this little filter button right up here at the top, and you can kind of filter the results based on like words to include, for example. So if you know that you want to create affirmation cards specifically for moms, you can put in mom right here, and then you can click filter and it will filter these options. Or if you're not sure what words you for sure want to include and you're really still maybe in the brainstorming phase, but you know that like maybe these affirmation cards, they're like definitely not for kids, then you can put kids right in here, and these are words that you want to exclude, and then you can click filter. Once you do that, it will remove all the keywords that had the word that you didn't want to include in here, and then you can filter even more, or you can reset the entire search if you're just like, I got too deep into a rabbit hole, let me start from the beginning. But you can search from like, maybe you want specific keywords that have a search volume from 50 to 500, or maybe you want to only target like really easy to show up keywords. And so maybe we want a competition score from 1 to maybe 40, and we don't want to see like the more difficult ones to rank for. You can kind of play around with these options and then click filter, and it will filter from the original list that it gave you initially. So then we can see that we went from 699 keywords to just 93, which makes it a little bit more focused. I'm interrupting this video really quick because I created something super awesome and I want to share it with you. So if you need help planning out your SEO keywords for your blog posts, for your product pages, for your homepage, for any page on your website, then definitely check out my SEO keyword planner. It's a 5-page editable workbook created in Google Sheets that will help you brainstorm, organize data, and strategize your keywords accordingly. I include tips, best practices, and examples to help you get started. Click the link in the video description below to check it out. Okay, so that's one way to kind of navigate putting keywords in here, sifting through here, all of that fun stuff. If you wanted to start from the beginning, you can put a whole new keyword in here and then search it to get an whole new list of related keywords too. But let's say that you like a bunch of them, maybe you like all of these. You can click this little check mark right here, and now we're selecting 93 of 93, and then we can save the keywords to a list. So you can add a new list. We'll just give it a name and click add to list. So you can do that as you're researching to kind of like put all of the keywords that you like into one very specific spot for you to come back to. And you can also just check mark these one by one and do the exact same thing. And then when you want to see your entire list, you can come up here under the keyword research dropdown and just click my list. And then you'll be able to click on it and see all of the different keywords that you added to the list. You can also remove them by just clicking this little X mark under the trash can icon too. So that's just a really easy way to use Keysearch, but then you can also play around with the other tools that we have here. So we have the deep dive tool, and this will of course, go into a deeper dive of the specific keyword that you put in, and you'll be able to see the trend for all of them, the links, domain authority, like all of this information. And then you can click on questions. So these are the questions that include this keyword. You can see all of the ones that have a purchase intent. So if you are an e-commerce shop or like you're looking to get transactions, taking a look at these purchase intent keywords could be really helpful. If your keyword sparks any comparison, so it would be like affirmation cards versus oracle cards or something like that. Like we don't have any keywords in here, but that's just an example. And then if your keyword has any local options, and you can click on that. So affirmation cards near me, these are people that are looking to physically buy affirmation cards at a store near them. And then we also have long tail as well. So long tail keywords are keywords that have at least 5 words in them. So these are typically more specific keywords, and usually people that type in these very specific keywords are further along the customer journey and usually more likely to convert. So definitely check out the long tail keywords. And then the other tool that we have under keyword research is quick difficulty. So this is really great if you just want to pop in up to 50 keywords separated with commas and just get the keyword difficulty with them. So that's just a really easy to use tool. And then the other option that we have here that I'm going to go into is this competitive analysis. So this doesn't work so much off of keywords as it does URLs. So let's walk through an example quick. We're just going to click on the Explorer tab. You can put in your own domain name right up here, or you can put in a competitor's domain name if you want to see kind of like what keywords their website is showing up for. But I do recommend if you have a live website, start with yours. Try to gauge like what your SEO juice and health and all of that information looks like. And so you would just click search, and then you'll start to see all of this data. So this is your domain strength from 0 to 10. So you can see this is an old blog of mine. It ain't very strong. I haven't published content on it since 2019. And then you'll be able to see like the competition. So if this was my current website, then it says to try to target competition scores of 27 or less. Now, you don't have to follow this, because if you have a brand new website and like maybe your domain strength is like basically 0, like you're going to want to start to target some kind of keyword. So just take this with a grain of salt. It is really great to know, to be able to gauge when you're trying to make keyword decisions, but like don't base all of your keyword decisions and optimizing stuff based on this number here. You'll be able to see the backlinks. You can view the backlinks. You can see which domains are referring back to this one, creating these backlinks. And then we can scroll and see the organic keywords that are associated with this website, a backlink overview graph along with a traffic overview graph. And you can hover your mouse over things and start to see the actual data here. I will say all of this data is third-party data. Take it with a grain of salt. Always rely on your own first-party data, so the data that you're seeing in Google Search Console, okay? But tools like this are really great at just being able to do like a higher level analysis in one spot. And then we can scroll down and see like other information. So top competitors, to be honest, I usually don't find these very helpful. Usually are like very competitive websites. So I probably wouldn't compare yourself to too many of these unless it actually made sense. So that's a really quick overview of the Explorer tab, but you can dive deeper into backlinks. You can dive deeper into the organic keywords and all of that. So you can see the top pages that are showing up for specific keywords for your own website or a competitor's. And that's usually really helpful. And then you can kind of take these URLs, open new tools, and get into a rabbit hole. I know I've said rabbit hole like 45 times in this video, but like that's what keyword research is, my friend. It is a rabbit hole. But the last thing that I want to dive into is actually the audit here. But just a heads up, technical SEO can get real deep, real overwhelming, real quick, okay? And some of the things that these tools pull in, we don't always have to fix because like they're not the biggest priority. So if you end up using the SEO audit tool. I just ran it for this website really quick. Please don't look at this and like start to melt or freak out or anything like that. It's just really good to be able to get some kind of awareness around the technical SEO side of things. So we can see like some things are green check mark, cool, we love them, we can scroll down, we can click on things. This might be really overwhelming for you. And if that's the case, then take it slow and maybe just choose one or two things to really dive into. We have some additional tools and drop downs and options that I'm not going to go into in this video, but hopefully the quick overview in terms of like doing keyword research, finding keywords, getting into a rabbit hole with the keywords. Hopefully this video was helpful at just getting you more familiar with the Keysearch dashboard, what to look at, maybe what you can ignore to keep you focused on creating an SEO strategy that makes sense for you. If you're going to go ahead and give Keysearch a shot and you want to support the channel, definitely use my affiliate link, mariahmagazine.com/Keysearch. And then if you're going to upgrade from the free trial to a paid plan, definitely use the code Mariah Magazine to save 30%. I put both of those, the links and the coupon code, in the video description box below. But other than that, that's it for today's video. If you found this video helpful, give me a really quick thumbs up. The simple thumbs up does go a long way in letting the YouTube algorithm know that my video was helpful, and therefore hopefully pushing it out to more people that also might find it helpful. And if you have any comments or any questions about Keysearch, definitely comment them below this video. I use your comments, your feedback, and your suggestions in order to inspire new videos on this channel. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications, and I will see you in the next video. If you made it to the end of this video and you're just getting started with DIY SEO, but you want some help navigating the process, then definitely consider downloading my free roadmap to successful SEO. The free SEO guide dives into what SEO is, why it's important, and how search engines work, along with my 6-step process to improving your SEO and your rankings. And then finally, I dive into the 3 tasks that you can start doing today to get the results that you want from Google. If you want to go ahead and snag this for yourself, then you can click the link in the video description box below, or you can head over to my website at mariahmagazine.com/roadmap to download your own copy.